Welcome to the Conscious Hour. Let's do a reality check of my favorite person, Benjamin Netanyahu Malaskowski. How are you doing? Let's see what he has to say. I think he's going to give us a great update. And we're watching Mahmoud. That's Mahmoud OD. He's fantastic. You can check him out on YouTube. I've been following him since October 7th. Remember that one they said, the unprovoked attack, more lies? But let's get into this one. This is the Conscious Hour.
I send warm greetings to our Christian friends around the world. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From here, the Holy Land, Israel, the only country in the Middle East where the Christian community is thriving. Israel is the only country in the Middle East where Christians can practice their faith with full rights and in total freedom, where Christian pilgrims are embraced with open arms and are so deeply appreciated, where Christians can celebrate proudly their traditions and openly do so without any fear. In Jerusalem, the city municipality every year officially distributes Christmas trees. It's been doing so for 2 decades. By contrast, a few days ago, in the Palestinian town of Jenin, Palestinians burnt a Christmas tree in the Holy Redeemer Church. That's the difference. Israel stands up for Christians across the region, wherever they face widespread intimidation and persecution. While Israel's Christian population is growing, the Christian population in countless areas across the region has been dwindling due to systematic discrimination and oppression. This has happened in Iraq, it's happened in Syria, it's happened in Lebanon, it's happened in Turkey, and it's happening in the Palestinian Authority. The birthplace of Jesus, Bethlehem, used to have 80% Christian population. That's when we were there. When we left and gave it to the Palestinian Authority, it has since dwindled from 80% to 20%. The persecution of Christians or members of any religion cannot and must not be tolerated. And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end. And it must end now. I'm sending Israel's Christmas blessings to our Christian friends around the world. And I ask you, know that Israel will always stand with you.
Can I gag? I'll let Mahmoud get into this one. Do you believe him? Do you believe that guy? Yeah, we let the Palestinians, have Palestine. I mean, hello, Jerusalem, hello. And like the Jews were there first, and then they just gave the land to the Palestinians, and now they're going to take it all back because they want to build a greater Gaza, greater Israel project. Let's get into this a little bit more. I'll let Mahmoud have fun with this one.
Where do we begin? Where do we begin, Bibi? Oh my goodness. He had so much to say there, didn't he? Okay, let's begin with this. I mean, what is there a better place to begin than the place? I mean, the Holy Land. I mean, the Holy Land has seen tremendous times for Palestinians. That's one of them. That's a cross and a church. Before, after. Before and after what? Before and after the Israeli attacks, of course. Let's have a look at another video, a short video. Let's have a quick look. These are the open arms of Israel. These are the open arms and the community that is living in total security and prosperity and without any fear of any attacks. That's the Christian community inside of Palestine. That's in Gaza. We haven't begun about Bethlehem and the fact that many of the people leave Bethlehem because of the constant occupation and oppression. As a matter of fact, for the past several years, Bethlehem hasn't been celebrating Christmas, the birthplace of Jesus. I mean, he got that right, Netanyahu, the birthplace of Jesus. Why? Well, because of Israel's genocide inside of the Gaza Strip. That's why, ladies and gentlemen. And Netanyahu, despite all of that, he's trying to portray this as somewhat of a safe haven. But you know what? Let's listen to the Christians. Let's listen to the Christian leaders, okay? Just some of them, some of them. This was a recent statement by the Patriarch Theophilus III of Jerusalem. Let's listen to what he had to say in a recent event. Let's listen to it.
Any threat to Muslim holy places is a threat against our churches and Christian holy places. Your faithful Hashemite custodianship of the Christian and Muslim holy places in the Holy Land remains a powerful and effective force for good and an essential balance in a time of uncertainty and difficulty. The existential threat to the Christian presence is real and deepening, and we continue to face violations and infringements of the right of free access to the holy places, Christian Zionism. This is a misusing of the Christian Holy Scripture for political purposes. Christians in the Holy Land are watching with great concern the erosion of the historic status quo and the alarming infringements by
Well, that's what the Christians have to say. That's what the Christians of Palestine have to say. That's the reality. And that speaks volumes. That speaks much more than Benjamin Netanyahu's take.
But then think about all the people that have left. They've invaded Sicily, Crete, everywhere. The Jews are leaving by the hordes. Hundreds of thousands of them have left. And they're moving out of the country and they aren't coming back. Why? Because they finally realized that, yeah, that land that, the Zionists were giving away for free, it was kind of fun because you could take some land and move into somebody's house that was already built. You get free land and they'll pay you to come to Israel. But then you see the people that were coming there were so greedy they thought, oh, cool, we can go there. We're just getting this land. And, somebody else used to live there, but it's all okay because, Netanyahu or the Zionists said, it's perfectly fine. We have control of everything. We can just, it's your land now. It's your house. Move in. Those people, those Palestinians, just tell them to leave. It's your house now. We give you permission to take that house. Can you believe this shit? In 2025, but it's been going on since 1948 and nobody wanted to talk about it. So when they came back and said, hey, October 7th was an unprovoked attack, I was watching the news and the first words out of my mouth was bullshit. How could you even say that? But this is the mainstream media. You think they have got history. They actually read the history books and looked at geopolitics. Oh, no. They've got a script writer in the back. They hand it to them. These puppets in front do their little barking job and then they get promoted. And as long as they stay in sync, they get promoted. But boy, if you cross their paths, you're gone. So much for the freedom of the press. Yeah, it's all controlled, folks. And it's time to end this madness, this game of greed. Don't you think? Yeah. Let's have heaven on earth. So let's do that. We're going to get to Reboot 3.0. The Conscious Hour has got the roadmap for the future. So it's time to tune in, turn on, and share it, and make sure you make a donation this year. I've never taken any money from anybody. I've set up a 501c3 about 3 years ago. Little money's come in, never really asked, but I've spent a ton of my money. And now I'm just saying, hey, I need money to keep the lights on, keep the thing operating, and I don't pay myself. I do it for free. Why? Because I give a shit. I've been this way my whole life. In fact, most of the work I've done, I never got paid by the government. They paid me per diem and travel, and that was it. Maybe I got some independent contracts that would help me out otherwise, or I had another business on the side. I'm always basically doing it because I really, truly care. And it's time to create heaven on earth 3.0. Please go to the Conscious Hour at the website. That's theconscioushour.net, or go to the Conscious Hour Facebook page. There's a donation page. Go ahead and donate. And we got some 3 beautiful colored shirts that hopefully will be posted up this week. They're really cool shirts. So you get a shirt with your donation, but please give generously because I got a lot of work to do, a lot of production to do, and a lot of travel I need to get done. So let's make it happen, folks. Thanks so much for being with me. Take care and have a wonderful new year.